welcome back to the A to Z of Horror
A to
series.
Z of Horror. I think that's the thing now.
Yeah, what?
A to Z of Horror.
You sound the bloke off X Factor.
Yeah. With Jumbo Shangos and the Randy Mole.
Right, tonight we are watching G. So tonight we've gone for a bit of a strange one, bit of a curveball. We are going for, I don't know if you can make that out because I haven't got the Blu-ray, we're streaming it. It's called the Greasy Strangler.
The Greasy Strangler. Oh, we are streaming it legit, by the way. We are paying for this. We're not doing anything dodgy here.
We're no dodgy pirates.
No.
Yeah. So yeah.
Why are all pirates called Pete? Because they are.
Classic. Right. I know bugger all about it. I watched the Red Band trailer you sent to me. This was your choice.
No,
decision.
I'm not convinced I'd say this is my choice. I do like some bizarre
Send
films.
me the link, say, shall we watch this for G? So that technically defines it.
I actually thought you were going to say no.
Why is that?
Because I thought you'd watch the trailer and be like, no fucking way. But, so here we go. Here we go. That's what happens with social media. You send a link, people click it.
So yeah, I can't really give you an intro to this film. The only thing I can say is Empire. I've called it one of the best movies of 2016, and it's a comedy horror.
Comedy horror?
Comedy horror, the Red Band.
I didn't think it was going to be particularly serious, called The Greasy Strangler.
So anyway, we're going to shut up. We're going to now go and watch The Greasy Strangler and give you our thoughts straight after. We'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We have just finished The Greasy Strangler.
The Greasy Strangler.
So it's a 2016 movie here. It's only about 130 odd minutes. It's out now.
It's out now. I think it's actually on limited cinema release, like pretty much right now.
Okay, because I know it's out on Blu-ray. Plug Amazon if you want to go and get it off there. Right, so this was a bit of a different one for us.
Different? This film, that's a good way to summarise this film.
Yeah, different. So a lot of our horrors so far in the list have been kind of classic, traditional horrors. We went with a comedy horror for this one. And I'm struggling what the fuck to say about this movie, really. I have not seen a film ever like this. And I'm just
going to let you get this out of your system now.
And I don't think I'm ever again going to see something like this. It was one of those films where the script is at some points exceptionally clever and really witty, and at some points are cringy, terrible, and just frustratingly annoying. That's how I got at some points. I was just like, just a bullshit artist. It's a bullshit artist. I mean, that's all they're saying. The film was bullshit. It just got to a point where we started off, and like I said, it's about an hour and 33 minutes, and for the first few jokes come on, like the bullshit artist, and I found it quite funny, and I was laughing along, and I was enjoying it, and then it just got to a point where
you know Family Guy. I mentioned this, didn't I?
Yeah, Family Guy.
The way that Family Guy does those jokes that last too long, and the point of the joke is it lasts too long so it becomes funny again. It did a lot of them. And the problem is when you can get away with one or two of them, but constantly they don't always land. There were some funny bits in this film. I would
say the first 20 minutes, funniest film, when you first get the introduction to the killer, the Greasy Strangler, like the first disco tour and the first killings. the whole bit about the
first disco costumes shot.
I would say the first act, the first. If we're going to break it into 3 stages, I'd say the first part I actually quite enjoyed because it was
different.
It was different. I was going to say refreshing.
It looked good. It was shot well.
Very artistic-y, kind of like.
I would compare it, and not in the same vein in any way, but I would say it felt like Napoleon Dynamite. The quirky humour, the little bits of the sound, the way that the camera moved and lingered and cut, very Napoleon Dynamite-y. But and I suppose the flip side is it was almost like if I can't think who directed Napoleon Dynamite now, but it's like the guy who made Napoleon Dynamite, if he worked for Troma, combining the Troma and that, bringing in only weird actors, thinking like John Waters style films, put it all in a blender, stuck in some Family Guy humour, poured it in a pan and then shit in it, you'd get the Greasy Strangler. Yeah. Okay, it's an exploitation film. Whatever way you want to look at it, it's an exploitation film. There's been a few of these recently, you know, like thinking like Hobo with a Shotgun and things like that. The Clown. You know, it's
definitely.
It's good. Yeah. It's good. Hobo with a Shotgun is bad.
I love it.
Don't watch. That's terrible. Really hate it.
I really want to watch it. That's what I love it.
It kind of falls into that mold. However, I thought this film was going to be really extreme, a really extreme film, and it's not.
Yeah, the Red Band trailer set it up to me, and all the if you want to watch the Greasy Strangler and you haven't watched any trailers, don't. And I found the Red Band trailer which you sent me ahead of tonight. You saw all kind of the peak, what I'll class as the kind of the headline parts of it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
The nakedness, the comedy nakedness in it with the chick, and then the killings.
That's the problem with the film. Actually, the problem with the film wasn't the best bits were in the Red Band trailer. The problem with this film is, this was probably a very good short film. Stretched to an hour and a half. I bet if this was like the director made tune on the ABCs of Death too. I think you pointed out before.
Yeah, ABCs of Death.
And that worked. That works. If the Greasy Strangler had been a short, if it had been like a on VHS anthology and it had been like a 20-minute short, and then not that it would fit in with that, but you know, if it had been on one of those sort of things, you know, Theatre of Blood, sort of a 25-minute short with all the humour and all the quirkiness of this pulled into it, I think I'd have really enjoyed it. I've been saying people, oh man, you've got to watch the Greasy Strangler, it's extreme, but you'll enjoy it. But actually, it was boring. It was quite boring. It wasn't funny enough, it wasn't quirky enough, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't extreme enough, it wasn't awful. It wasn't a Hobo with a Shotgun awful. Don't watch the film. It's rubbish.
We'll see about that one.
I don't know. It wasn't Trauma. It wasn't as good as Trauma. No, on our day of marathon days, which you should watch that video if you've not watched it yet.
Yeah,
we watched Street Trash.
Street Trash. And now that Street Trash is head over shoulders better than that.
Yeah, and I was saying, I
think I gave that a 2. One for charm and one for the practical effect.
Yeah, and I think I agreed with the 2. And I was saying I thought Street Trash wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. Thinking of those extreme films, I'm trying to think of an example to compare this to. But no, this wasn't as good as Street Trash. It really wasn't as good as Street Trash. You had an issue with whether we should include this at all, with being that horror.
Well, after I watched it, I was like, there wasn't really any horror aspects, in my view, but it is classed as a horror comedy.
I guess if, like, the old days of Blockbuster, you would have picked this up on the horror section with Trauma. That's where it probably would have been listed.
Yeah,
but
you can see the team who did it, so just quickly check, they did, like, ABCs of Death, Kill List, Cooties, so it's kind of, I would class them as horrors, so if it's by the team, we're going with horror. It's in the list. Yeah. It is.
It's in the list. It should stay. But
the only positive I'd say is you'll never see a film like this. I don't think you'll ever see a film again like this. And
this is new. They made it really.
Yeah.
They know its audience. They're not aiming this at a wide audience. They're aiming this at drunk guys who like horror film and extreme films. But I don't think it hit the marks it needed to be aimed at. You know, if you're gonna go watch, I can't even. If you want to watch something really extreme, you're going to look up, like, you know, the guinea pig films, or I don't know, this is a very different vein of that. But you know, if you want to watch extreme horror and gore and torture, and, you know, that's available.
I know the Hostels aren't.
Yeah.
Hollywood side.
August Underground, all those sort of horrible, really horrible things which are not nice to watch. You know where you can find it.
Holocaust.
Yeah, if you want to watch stupid stuff like the Trauma films. I don't know where this fits, and not that it has to fit anywhere, but it.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Do you know what? My score, I'm going to give it, because you know the system by now. Every film should be 3. 1 means it's truly awful and you should stay away. 2 means it's below par. I'm going to go 1.5 because I think it had an element of merit in it. I don't think it's, you know, it's not the worst film I've ever seen. It's not the worst film I've seen this year. It's not the worst 2015 release by any means. You know, I'd watch that again over Batman. 2016. Shit, I'd lost a year. Yeah, you lost. I'd watch that again over Batman versus Superman.
Would you?
God. Yeah, at least that was only an hour and a half of boringness, not that.
Right, so you go 1.5.
I go 1.5. 1.5 for that. I'm giving it the half over the 1 because the main Greasy Strangler guy, Big Ron, the old guy, he was quite good in this. I liked him. So he gets me half over the terribleness. Boom. Money more out.
I'm gonna have to agree because this is my reasoning. One, I wouldn't recommend it. I'm recommending anybody who wants to, for an hour and a half with a mate or a couple of mates, go and watch something completely different and actually get laughs. Go and watch it.
We probably needed to be really drunk to enjoy this more.
Yeah. Now, 2 is street trash. So that's I've got to keep some sort of consistency here. So I've got 2 is street trash, and I'm recommending it. So I'm going to have to go 1.5 because I did laugh, and I do think it was something different. So yeah, 1.5 out of 5. Yeah. Not, I am totally disagreeing with Empire Magazine. Bullshit. One of the best films of 2016.
Bullshit artists.
Bullshit artists.
Bullshit artists at Empire.
Anyway.
That film used to be good. That magazine used to be good.
Anyway, we're gonna now go and scratch our heads and find some alcohol. Right.
No, I'm gonna go and eat some grease.
Go and eat some grease. Right. Thanks for watching. If you've seen it, put some comments down below.
If you haven't seen it, don't feel you have to rush out there and watch this film.
Yeah. Right. We'll see you again next time. Peace.
Bye.